Since a lot of people asked when I made that Hulk video, let me talk about Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. When it came to Avengers, I feel like he was good and served his purpose. He went from being the monster that was a constant threat to the team and anyone else that was around him, to the monster that they needed to help get the job done and stop the invasion. There's also the fact that the Hulk was feared and hated by many on Earth just for being who he was. This would still hold true in Age of Ultron with the constant reminder that he is still a threat. One who Black Widow would have to calm down every time they think he's overstayed his welcome. And meanwhile, Bruce out here just kind of coping with the fact that he's only there, bringing the not so jolly green giant. And you would think it would be Bruce who's the one that's like, man, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go on my own because y'all only need me for one thing and it's not even me. But instead of it being him, it's actually the Hulk that decides to fuck this shit because y'all believe I'm only a monster that y'all can call out whenever y'all want me to take care of some shit. Man, fuck y'all, I'm gonna be out for myself and do my own thing and discover what the fuck I am. This led to him taking the Quinjet on a one-way trip to Sakaar where he became one of their most powerful gladiators. And for 2 years, he's been up there being celebrated for just being himself. And because he stayed up there as the Hulk the whole time, the Hulk personality was actually allowed to develop to the point where he can say what he wants in entire sentences instead of having to resort to 1 or 2 words. But then by chance, some shit happens that actually causes Hulk to actually revert back to Banner. And to me, this was just a truly sad scene because now you see Hulk fighting to keep himself angry because he doesn't want to give up being himself like he's been for the past 2 years and celebrated for it on Sakaar, unlike on Earth where he got treated like shit for it. Now, this is also another sad thing going on because when Bruce came out, he was still thinking Sokovia was in the air or some shit. Because sadly, when one of them is in control, i.e. Hulk or Banner, the other is essentially asleep. Meaning this man's lost 2 years of his life and he didn't even know it happened. And then on top of that shocking revelation, you got the fact that Thor really wants the Hulk instead of Banner now. Even though there's a possible chance if Hulk comes back out, Bruce will never be Bruce again. And Thor shows little concern for that shit at all. He even tells Thor himself, bro, I'm tired of this fighting shit, bro. I just want to chill. In fact, bro wants nothing to do with the Hulk, but unfortunately, he's on a planet where people celebrate his ass. But then, of course, fast forward, some people are in danger, and he decides, you know what, my life ain't worth these people dying, so you know what, I'm just gonna say fucking let the Hulk come back out. And he ends up protecting what's left of the Asgardians from Fenris. Now we got Hulk surrounded by people that allow him to be himself. Now, unfortunately, we get what most people see as the downfall of Hulk, which is when he got into his first and only fight with Thanos. Because not only was Thanos strong enough to actually put up a fight against him, but he was overall a way better combatant, something that Hulk couldn't just overpower with brute strength alone. It was so bad that by the time he got sent to Doctor Strange's crib, he was already turned back into Bruce. And then for the rest of the movie, this motherfucker didn't even want to come out. Now you'd think it'd be because Thanos beat the fear into this motherfucker's heart, but it wasn't the case. It was really because he's tired of being that monster on call like he was in Age of Ultron. That's why he went to Sakaar in the first place. And that makes a lot more sense in terms of everything that Hulk and Bruce have been through as characters. And on top of that, he didn't even want to come out when Thanos was nowhere near him. And that, my peoples, is when Smart Hulk comes into the picture. You see, Smart Hulk is not Bruce with the Hulk's body, it's an amalgamation of the two entirely. As he states, the brain and the brawn. Post Smart Hulk, not only is he a lot more confident, he's less anxious and nervous when it comes to dealing with people. This character in form literally solves the problems of both sides, with the only drawback being he's not a raging motherfucker no more, which is what a lot of people had problem with. And all realness kind of shows you really didn't care for the character, because even he didn't like that shit. Don't even get me started on She-Hulk, because I swear to God, that shit gets overhated. It was mid at best, I don't need to watch it at worst. But for those saying that it made Hulk look weak, that doesn't make any sense, because his focus was on control, not brute strength, and when he wanted to show that, he showed that plenty. Even when it came to fighting Jen, when he wanted to whoop her ass at any time, he could have. So I don't know, I'm happy that his character gets a chance to relax and chill the fuck out like he's always wanted to. The only problem I had with it was the fuckery of him getting to that point. This man deserved more movies than just 2008. We needed more solo journeys with Bruce and the Hulk together and dealing with what they got. It would have at the very least allowed us to fill in the blanks of the little details sprinkled about their time in the MCU as features in other movies, and make Smart Hulk feel more earned than it possibly ever was. The best way I can describe MCU Hulk's journey is if someone told you about a road trip they went on, but they only told you about the detours and stops they made and nothing in between. But unfortunately, that was a Universal Studios rights issue, so there wasn't really a way around that shit. But with what they did, I can at the very least see how they got to that point. It wasn't just random. Also, side note, let's be real, if Smart Hulk ran the ones with Thanos again, he would have lost in Endgame. Thanos was still holding back against regular Hulk and beat the dog shit out of him, but on top of that, now he gotta deal with a handicap in terms of the snap fucked his arm up, because it took one Thanos with a double-bladed weapon and no Infinity Gauntlet to take on an upgraded Iron Man suit, Captain America, and Thor with both Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. And even when Cap got Mjolnir, he still ultimately got bodied, so what the fuck was a Hulk with a bad arm gonna do?